Welcome back, everybody. Brand new week here on the Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast. I'm Dr. Stephen Cabral, board certified doctor of naturopathy, founder of the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute. One of the nice things that I get to do teaching high performance health or mastery, or even a lot of times in level 2, I speak to people every day, practitioners, great people. They have so much knowledge. They want to help others. They get hung up on how much should I charge? Right? How much should I charge my clients? I'm worried about charging $290 a month. What if it's too expensive? I'm worried about charging $490. I'm worried about bundling in different at-home lab tests. I know it's what my clients need to do, but I'm afraid to do that. I feel it's too expensive. I want to share something with you here today that I believe may just revolutionize the way that you're thinking about creating these packages. Now, I was reading this the other day, and I don't even know how I got the feed because I'm not someone who reads the news. Like, I literally don't read the news. Sometimes I get the headlines if I'm just opening up, some internet browser and it's just popping up the headlines. And I'm sure maybe that's how I got it. Maybe someone on my team passed it along to me. I have no idea. So one of the nice things about just you just consume, I don't consume information for the sake of consuming information. I consume information because I genuinely enjoy this field. I love learning about health. I love learning about fitness. I love learning about just mindset and success and all of those different things. And of course, I try to pass that on as best as I can on this show. But I was reading about Optimized by Equinox. Now, I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but you will. It just came out 2 weeks ago, but you will hear about it. Optimized by Equinox. This is their quote. It's a paradigm shift in how we're able to live with vitality and avoid suffering. Equinox has come out with a $40,000 a year healthy living package. Now, if you're not familiar with Equinox, if you live over in Australia, New Zealand, Europe, you may not be familiar with Equinox. This is a high-end health club brand, a couple $100s a month to be a member there. And I've been a member actually back in Boston before the pandemic days. And they are, I would say that they're one of the top level fitness chains, no doubt about it. They're always pushing the envelope in terms of higher level personal training, classes, etc. And they've also, like many personal trainers and those in the fitness-based industry, looking for ways to expand their revenue based on the loss of members from people working out at home post, pandemic. And so what they've done is they've teamed up with a bloodwork-based company, and they're running blood work once or twice a year with members. Now you might say, well, that's good. It's only $499. So that can't be it. That's not the 40,000, right? But here's what they're doing. It's about positioning. So they're offering you 2-3 personal training sessions per week. They're offering you a half hour once or twice a month with a dietitian. And they're offering you, I think, 1 massage a month. And so when you add that up, and you do the blood work once a year, what they've created is a higher end package that is pushing more on the envelope towards longevity. People are willing to invest in their health and longevity. It is one of the fastest growing fields. Our high performance health community is one of the fastest growing certifications in the world for personal trainers, for IHP, for many people out there. And that's because it literally teaches you the 18 main causes for aging, right? The specific biomarkers to look for, the early detection testing, and then the protocols in order to be able to fix those and add, realistically, a healthy 20 years to your life. Well, Equinox isn't doing that, but they're selling you the dream that they are. Because personal training in and of itself, well, if you're not eating well, right? If you're not following the diet, you get stronger, you still get more fit, no doubt about it, but the foods can be detrimental. The massage is phenomenal. It's well overlooked. The blood work is early detection, so we certainly like that. It's not looking at the underlying root causes that at-home functional medicine lab testing is, but it is great. Okay, so here's what I want to share with you though. This is now getting a lot of press. $40,000 a year, $3,000 a month, plus your membership dues. That's how it equals 36,000 plus about another 4,000 in membership dues. That's what it is, the highest level. So what do we have here though? This is not a bad thing. This is a good thing for the industry. A rising tide lifts all boats. So when you now are thinking, oh, I'm instead of $3,000 a month, $290 doesn't seem like that bad. Or $490 when I bundle in a vitamin tox test or starter kit for my clients. You have to understand, I was just on the phone earlier today. It was just a mutual acquaintance, and I'm always happy to take a phone call from someone who says, you need to talk with this individual. They're doing great things. And I'm like, sure, let's carve out 30 minutes and let's chat. Here's what they're doing. They are helping doctors' offices. Right now it's offline, but they're going to be working eventually virtually. And so I was just kind of like chatting with them. Here's what we do. We basically help get 100 new leads per month. And out of those 100, maybe 40 to 50 will get on the phone, and 15 or 20 or so will sign up in the practice. And I'm like, oh, that sounds great. But it seems like that would be really expensive for what you're charging to make this happen for the doctors. They said, oh no, these doctors are charging $5,000 to $10,000 per program. So they can pay a couple $100 per lead, whatever it is that they're actually charging them, right? I think it was like somewhere around $300 or so per lead. And so it made sense when he was saying, oh no, these doctors are making like $40,000 from these new programs where 8 people are signing up at $5,000, or some of them even more, $100,000. 10 are signing up at, or 15 are signing up at $10,000. Whatever the prices are. So what's happening is people are becoming jaded with conventional medicine, and they want more done-for-you programs. So the main takeaway here isn't to charge $5,000 or $10,000 or $40,000. It's that people want done for you. They want to show up. They want to be led in a healthy and ethical way, and they want it all laid out for them. Equinox is basically saying, just show up 3 times a week. We'll walk you through it. Now, the personal trainers don't know about the blood work, so it's not as cohesive as, especially if you're an IHP who knows what you're doing, right? But they're offering people at least a plan at scale, which nobody's really done before. Now, we'd like to say we've done that over at Equilife, but even still, we don't have the name recognition of an Equinox, right? Like that's that next level. Now, we are partnering with some great sized organizations, and my goal, of course, is to get this out to the world. But that is really what I believe the IHP mission is all about. It's about showing people that they can find the underlying root cause as to what ails them. They can find out their deficiencies. They can find out their toxicities. They can begin to remove those toxicities and fill those deficiencies and return their body back to its natural state of health and vitality. That's what IHPs can do. Equinox can't even do that. Can't do that. If anything's wrong, well, they send them to a doctor, a PCP, an MD. It never fixes the underlying root cause, but it's not going to stop people from wanting to believe and paying that $4,000, $40,000. Now, remember, they're not paying $40,000 necessarily up front. They're paying $3,000 a month. So when you start to look at it that way, you say, yeah, that's expensive, no doubt about it. But there are many people who are willing to invest $3,000 in their health per month. And I ask you, would they be better served spending the $3,000 with Equinox, or would they be better served spending some of that with you? I would say hire the personal trainer, right? Work with you for the nutrition, for the at-home lab testing, for the specific protocols, for the mindset to get into. Much better use of their money, right? So maybe spend 50% of that with you, 50% on the personal trainers. That's an amazing way to do it. Maybe they work with you once a month or twice a month. But what you need to do is lead your clients to whatever it is, to their goal. And it needs to be mapped out. That's why I'm always trying to share that the plan needs to be a 3 to 6 month plan. So in month 1, you do this. Month 2, you do this. Month 3, you do this. Then we check back in, and here's what we do. And here's what we do. And if you do that, people see the map. They know how they're going to get from point A to point B. And you're going to be their guide the whole time. And here's where the value comes from. They're going to get a $499 lab, the starter kit to start, right? How much are they going to pay for 3 months? $490 a month. Like that's the minimum that I would do, $490 a month. So, well, that's amazing because it looks like I get the first month free. And it's true, right? You obviously get a discount on the lab price, so you can make some margin there. But then there is no cost then for those labs in month 2 and month 3. And so you're able then to make a great living working even with fewer people and helping them to a far greater degree. And so what I'm trying to share with you is that all of us need to up-level our mindset, right? Because we now have a great example. Person I talked to today, $5,000 to $10,000 for programs. Okay. Equinox, $40,000 per year, $3,000 per month. If you are charging hundreds of dollars per month, you are not charging too much. You're giving great value as an integrative health practitioner or whatever your field may be, helping people to the highest degree possible, and ultimately getting them to where they want to be working on an underlying root cause. Anyone who has an autoimmune issue, a digestive issue, sleep issues, etc., they're not going to be helped by Equinox's $40,000 program. And I don't mean to be rude, but unless the personal trainer has also studied them to be an IHP or something else, how are they going to know? Like, they don't teach that in personal training, right? Dietitian is a registered dietitian. There's no way they're going to give them these underlying root causes. They're not running at-home lab tests. They're running their blood work, which is great. Not saying that you shouldn't run your blood work, but let's keep in mind the value you bring, and it's not even just my opinion, is far greater. Do you need to charge $3,000 a month? No, you don't have to. But charge what you're worth. You provide a lot of value. And to me, $490 per month to even offer some of those labs is a great value for your clients. So I wanted to share that with you today. I love being able to bring these things to our health-based community. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you've already read about Equinox, if you've heard about this, if it's changed your mind on pricing, how much you're going to start charging per month. Again, ethically, with all the value that you bring. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing rest of the day. We'll talk with you next week.